Hello everyone, welcome back to part 2 of a 3-part replay between AAA and EG here on Goldshire. Right now we have AAA in the base of Sierra while we have EG in the space of AAA Montesquieu. Both players doing a scroll town portal out to try to save their bases right now. Not quite sure what's going to happen here. EG Grubby trying to come in, trying to save his base using a scroll of protection, but there's so many riflemen and priests that this fight is not looking good at all. Trying to do a little bit more focus fire here. Over here at the same time we have a scroll town portal coming in from EGCR trying to save the base over here, so now it's going to be a 2v1 fight, and the Archmage is going to use a Scroll Town Portal and able to escape right now. Both armies able to save their bases. EGCR is sitting at 50 over 60, meanwhile AAA Montesquieu is sitting at 39 over 54, AAA Vince sitting at 49 over 50, and EG Grubby sitting at 46 over 60. So no one really getting a real advantage in this particular fight right there. Rifleman, I think Archmage may be close to level 3. No, not even close to level 3 yet. We have a Tree of Life being put down by AAA Vince. At the same time, we have Tree of Life and Ancient Protectors being put down by Grubby. So Grubby, or CR, trying to set up an expansion with Grubby setting up some protection right over here. At the same time, we have a very large army of Huntresses and still had Tree of Life, so they're upgraded to maximum at this point, 1-1. Keeper of the Grove sitting at level 3, Priest of the Moon sitting at level 2, buying some additional scrolls, having to really use that shop over here to the south, or to on the ends of the base, as they cannot buy scrolls of Town Portal anywhere else. Now picking up a Potion of Greater Mana and that Tree of Life will be able to just walk on in and set up an expansion right now. Also a Manual of Health, so we'll see if that, now if, well, the Priest of the Moon should get to level 3 off of this particular creep camp, and then the Blood Mage, I'm not quite sure what the plan is going to be here. Now Wisp quickly getting forcing a detonation off right there, and now the Priest of the Moon sitting at level 3, so very nicely done. As the Tree of Life has not uprooted himself to try to head over to the main base. Right now we have the army of EG now trying to come in, trying to take down the main base of AAA Vince. Things are not looking good already as the main armies are trying to come in, and we have AAA Montesquieu trying to take down some of this army over here, so not quite sure what's going to happen. Archer getting banished right now, so a very slow moving Archer and a Keeper of the Grove entangling a Rifleman. Back over here at the main base, AAA Vince is going to lose his Tree of Life, so going to lose all the mining in this position right here, and things are looking really bad right now. AAA Sierra still has a Scroll Town Portal and uses a Roar, so wow, very nice damage coming in from those Huntresses. Better position on Sierra's Huntresses as more of them can fight at the same time, but Ballista's now coming in, sorry, Glaive Thrower is now coming in, so we're going to have some splash damage from those Huntresses as they're trying to pull back out right now. Glaive Thrower trying to move those units to the back. EG Sierra not quite sure what they're trying to do right now, and now once again we're going to have a rejoining of the fight right now, but those Glaive Throwers are going to really push the fight in favor of AAA Vince. Squirrel Town Portal quickly being used as he realizes that no reinforcements can really come into that position. AAA Vince already has an entangling a gold mine over here as well, so that shouldn't be too big of a setback right now. Grubby now trying to get to level 4 on his Keeper of the Grove, trying to mine out some additional positions. Both players not quite sure what to do right now. It looks like AAA Montesquieu just do a Squirrel Town Portal off from AAA Sierra over here, so against EG Sierra over here. So right now EG Sierra is sitting at 50 over 70, entangling this gold mine as well, and doesn't want to break into a low upkeep quite yet. Grubby now going the Tree of Ages, realizing that he cannot do all of this on Huntresses alone. Now we have Grubby trying to keep out this last Renegade Wizard camp over here, going to perhaps get to level 4 on this Keeper of the Grove, already at level 4, excuse me, as EG Sierra continues to head over to this Goblin Merchant shop to try to pick up any additional items that probably another Scroll of Town Portal, maybe a Scroll of Protection at this point. Right now, Sierra or AAA Montesquieu coming in, going to find going to try to take down that Huntress right now, as we have Ballistas coming in. So this is not looking good at all for AAA Sierra and AAA Vince. Not quite sure. I don't know if they can see those units right over there. And now the Priestess of the Moon getting surrounded, and now reinforced to use another Scroll of Town Portal. So nice burning of 350 gold right there, and the Huntress is able to survive. So not quite sure what the units are trying to really plan right here. A Huntress, a Huntress from Grubby quickly turning himself around, and now we have a low hit point Huntress getting focused down. Archmage still only at level 2. Now another Scroll of Town Portal as Grubby did a Zeppelin drop into the main base right there. Now going to finish off some of these Ents, and now towers are now going to need to be built in the base of AAA Montesquieu. Otherwise, Grubby will be able to set that up. We have a Tree of Life coming in from Grubby, and now more Zeppelin drops in coming in from Grubby. So Grubby doing a lot of harassment right now. Level 5 on that Keeper of the Grove, and so level 5, level 3 Entangled most likely, and level 2 Force of Nature, trying to take down this Tree of Life, and AAA is once again in trouble. Not quite sure what to go or what to do at this point. Trying to repair the Tree of Life. Tree of Life down to 150 hit points, 121. Now using a Scroll Town Portal to head out. Going to lose one Huntress, and pretty much that's it. Wow, really, really bad fight, and AAA Vince is just in a load of hurt right now as more Huntresses going to come in and just try to just take down this base over here. We're not quite sure what these Huntresses are doing. Why aren't they fighting back right now? They're just sitting in there for a brief moment. Huntress is now perhaps going to try to set up a wall to prevent EGCR from letting any of these Huntresses out. And wow, yes, no, some of them are going to be able to get out. Unfortunately, Archmage now able to get to level 3, trying to take down a, oh wow, 5 hit point Huntress finally goes down. Sorcerer should be able to start casting some slow. So another Huntress going to be taken out by that. Because of the slow walking right now, but Grubby has getting an expansion of his own, Sierra having an expansion of his own, and EG may be able to take this game and take 6 out of the 7 games right now, or 6 for 6 right now. So Archmage still at level 3, having ballistas, having those glaive throwers, Blood Mage sitting at level 3. Not quite sure if Flame Strike would probably be a better hero ability at this point. I can't imagine Siphon mana at this point. So Glaive Thrower is now trying to push out. Perhaps Archmage will get a Toma retraining, and they will try to do mass AoE. Goblin Zeppelin up in the air right now, not quite sure what to do. Keeper of the Grove getting an Entangle off, trying to take down that Goblin Zeppelin. Goblin Zeppelin is slowed and is going to get taken down by the Priestess of the Moon with that Searing Arrow. Down to 71, 31, down it goes, and Priestess of the Moon magically gets to level 4. Just the right amount of experience, 3 experience over, so very nice. Archmage has a Scroll of Healing and going to be able to push in right now. Let's see what's going to really happen here. The mass AoE may be too much for EGCR if it does become a mass AoE battle. So let's see what's going to happen here. If AAA can get really good positioning, even with the level 2 Water Elementals and a level 2 Flame Strike, things will be very, very nice. Now moving out with some Illusionary Footmen and trying to move out, and now those Footmen trying to come in, trying to deal some damage. It's going to be a nice flanked attack in here, and now Huntress is coming in. We're going to get to see a Flame Strike. Nice Flame Strike in the middle, and now the unit's quickly trying to run away. All those ends taking damage over time, but not quite as good of a Flame Strike as AAA would have liked. Scroll of Healing being used. We're now another Flame Strike coming in. EGCR quickly trying to run away, taking some damage over time. Very nicely placed Flame Strike. 1, 2, 3, 4 Huntresses are going to go down due to that Flame Strike. So very nicely done. Another Flame Strike coming in, and EG Sierra and EG Grubby just losing a lot of units. Blood Mage sitting at level 4 right now, and using a Scroll of Protection that still has a Scroll of Mana, now going to use another Flame Strike. And wow, this is just working out so well for AAA. Getting those Flame Strikes are just been crazy right now. And wow, this army has just shrunken by so much, getting great Flame Strikes in on this fight. Blood Mage wants to try to get another Flame Strike off, perhaps, as more units are trying to come back in. No, there is no really good positioning at this point. Keeper of the Grove going to be forced to do a Scroll of Town Portal, and now EGCR pretty much has nothing left at this point. No real way to fight back this, so AAA Vince and AAA Montesue doing a very good job in terms of just making this game go longer. EGCR was going to lose this Tree of Ages. Archmage now sitting at level 4, and Priestess of the Moon sitting at level 5, so very nicely done. Gonna lose the Tree of Ages, and well, just very nicely played coming in from AAA. AAA using that Flame Strike so beautifully in order to just take out some of these units. Now another Huntress is gonna go down. Priestess of the Moon, very low on hit points, going to go down, going to Scroll Town Portal out as well. So EGCR now down to 30 over 50. There is an expansion over here to the south, Priestess of the Moon, but this expansion will be taken out in just a second. AAA Montesue still mining. AAA Vince is not mining anymore, so not quite sure what he can really do. No more Wisps at this point. Keeper of the Grove trying to run away. Keeper of the Grove is at level 6. But right now, those Riflemen, this unit army combination is just so strong at this point. Keeper of the Grove very, very low on hit points, going to be forced to use a Scroll of Healing in order to be able to continue this fight right now. Tree of Eternity, but that's not going to last for long. And as a Flame Strike on that position is just really bad, and he's banished, so he's going to take some damage over time. No, stay tuned for part 3 and the conclusion of this replay between EG and AAA here on Goldshire.